Merhaba arkadaşlar. Good evening one more time. Thank you for joining us, for sticking with us on the 10th edition of the İstanbul Gelişim Orientation Days program. This evening joining us are two distinguished professors of ours from the Faculty of Business and Economics and Aviation Faculty. Without further ado, we're going to proceed. We have with us today one among the very few cases, a full-fledged professor from our aviation department, Professor Osman Vatandaş. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. And the gentle lady with us, we violated the rule of ladies first. Apologies to that. An assistant professor of the Faculty of Business and Economics, precisely Sociology department, Assistant Professor Dr. Hiba Gamen. Ganam. I hope I pronounced correctly. And with me always, my very good buddy, he's going to be anchoring together with me, Umut Jan. He's going to share more insight on how we're going to proceed into this section. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Dear professors, welcome to our online session. So, by the way, it's our last English online session. So it's really a pleasure to have you in this online session. So today we will start to give information about our university to our audiences and to our prospective students. As you know, the Instagram live stream is up to 55 minutes. Therefore, it is really difficult to explain İstanbul Gelişim University in a widely manner. Therefore, we will try to give information and the significant part of our university to our audiences and our prospective students. By the way, I have a small announcement for our students. Dear our students and audiences, you can see our WhatsApp number at the bottom of your screen, which is 0531 088 2297. So if you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask your questions through our WhatsApp number during our live stream. Even after the live stream, you can ask your questions and our professors will answer to your questions. So welcome again one more time. So we will start the session by introducing yourselves, Hocam. By the way, I will call you Hocam, which means professor. Yeah, in Turkish it's Hocam. Ladies are first, therefore let's start with you, Hiba Hocam. Hocam, can you please introduce yourself and give a little information about your experiences?
Okay. Thank you first of all, and it's a pleasure to be with you today. My name is Dr. Hiba Ganem. I am Lebanese. I'm from Lebanon. I got my PhD from England, the United Kingdom, from Lancaster University in philosophy at the Department of Politics, Philosophy and Religion. During that time, during my PhD studies, I was also an associate lecturer at Lancaster University. I used to teach ethics, philosophy and religion. After finishing my PhD, I returned to Lebanon. There I taught in Beirut and Tripoli at the Lebanese University, the only public university there. And also I taught at the Lebanese American University, a private university there. And I've been with İstanbul Gelişim and joined İstanbul Gelişim proudly last August. I'm currently assistant professor of philosophy at the Department of Sociology in the Faculty of Economics and Administrative and Social Sciences. Basically, my research interests in general terms are in basically Middle Eastern philosophy and comparative philosophy, comparative literature. These are basically my fields of work. And the courses that I've taught here have been in Introduction to Sociology, Introduction to Philosophy, and Scientific Research Methods. So
thank you so much, Hocam, for sharing. You have a really great background.
Thank you.
When you explained your background as well as your experiences, really it's our honor to have you in our university as well.
Thank you.
Osman Hocam, welcome. You already did one session before. It was in Turkish, right now it's in English. So welcome. Can you please introduce yourself and if you could give some information about your experiences to our audiences, it will be perfect.
Yeah, at first I would like to thank you for your invitation. And, I graduated from İstanbul Technical University, Department of Aeronautical Engineering. And in 90s, I worked after graduation. I worked in aircraft maintenance facilities, and also in TAI, Turkish Aerospace Industries in Ankara, in F-16 production project. And then I attended Master of Science degree program in Middle East Technical University in Ankara. And after graduation from the Middle East Technical University, I was assigned to Turkish Air Force Academy. It's now National Defense University. It's converted to National Defense University. And I worked for the National Defense University as at first lecturer and then academic staff as associate professor in Aeronautical Engineering department. And after that I was assigned to as director of Institute, Aerospace Institute. And then I retired from the National Defense University, and then I started working for İstanbul Gelişim University. Since 2017, I have been working for İstanbul Gelişim University. At first in Aviation Management Department, and also in the Department of Aircraft Maintenance. Now a new department, last year a new department was established, was created, Aeronautical Engineering Department. And now currently I am in Aeronautical Engineering Department, and I am head of the department. And our students now are completing the their first year. And my working areas generally are about aeronautics, aircraft design, or aerodynamics and computational fluid dynamics. That's all.
Thank you so much, Hocam. So you have a really strong background of aviation, because you already your background is both in the management side and also in the engineering part. That's why it will be really beneficial for our students to choose especially aviation management or aeronautical engineering or even maintenance. Doesn't matter. Thank you so much. In this part, I will continue the session like a prospective student. In a view of prospective student, so as you know, Hocam, there are many universities in Turkey, and for the last years, Turkey is one of the strongest country among other countries in the view of international students as well to come and study in here. Therefore, there are many private universities as well in Istanbul. As a prospective student, why should I choose İstanbul Gelişim University? Hiba Hocam, if we could start with you.
Of course. If I'm going to be a prospective student, I might start first, why Turkey, why Istanbul, why the university in particular. From my own experience, I can put myself in the student's shoes and say, the first thing about Turkey is the culture of hospitality. You're always welcome. You always feel that you are special as an international student when you are here. Istanbul is a very rich culture. So there is a richness of culture that mixes between the East and West. And when you're coming here, you're adding to your own self a rich experience, a cultural experience, not only educational experience. Now, in terms of İstanbul Gelişim University itself, first you have the university is academically very advanced in the terms of it has been lately by the Times Higher Education, it has been ranked the first in terms of quality of education, the first in Turkey and the 96th in the world. So this is something as student, I would be looking for and to be sure that I am taking the right decision. Not only that, in terms of İstanbul Gelişim, also the location of the university is very convenient. It's near to the E5, the main highway that connects the two continents, the European continent. In terms of even as the quality of education, as I said, the ranking, international ranking. In terms
what about the professors and the students part?
In terms of professors, there are more and more international professors now at the university. So lately we have around 90, more than 90 international professors, in addition to, of course, the domestic or local professors. And also students, international students, and the international office has been very active in terms of attracting international students. And the numbers have risen just in 2 years to almost now 2,000, more than around 2,000 students. And this number keeps on increasing because of the international office and their efforts in attracting students and making it easy. As a student, as a foreign student, if I'm going to be talking about a foreign student situation, I'd be worried or I'd be questioning what does it involve to make a huge switch to another culture, maybe another country. What does it involve? So that is where the international office comes in, because it guides the students step by step over what they have to do. The application procedure, there's always easy contact, whether it's through WhatsApp and online. You go through a very easy process of step-by-step process over what is required through only your certificate, I believe. Only the
and also in the international office we have 10 staff from 8 different countries.
You go. So it makes it easier, even in terms of communication with the students, international students. So students even do not have to worry about the language barrier or the culture barrier when they're coming here. Even at the university, why choose the university? Because İstanbul Gelişim University, from my own private experience, from my own experience, it is with you from A to Z. From A to Z. So what do you need to do at the beginning? We tell you how to do it through the international office, and then through the experience itself with the staff, the teachers, we are there with you. So if you need anything, most of the staff there are always, offices are always welcome. International professors have always, we are always in contact with the students. Any private matters even, we're always discussing with them. And even in terms of language, if they are worried about it, there's the Tömer courses for Turkish,
yes,
and also for preparatory year for the English program. So honestly, Annie, and even as a student, you have an opportunity in terms of social life. So there are lots of clubs, more than 80 clubs that they can join. So it's a rich experience. That's what I would tell Yani. This is what I tell my students.
In a few minutes, actually, you have concluded all the things in a perfect way.
This is honestly Yani.
That's great. That's great. Professor Osman, do you want to add anything?
Then also we have lots of accredited programs, about a total of 60 programs in İstanbul Gelişim University were examined and accredited by the international committees. That is actually a very great advantage. For example, aviation management and aircraft maintenance departments are accredited by ACOAS, originated in Germany. Yes. And aircraft maintenance department is also accredited by the civil authority, the government authority in Turkey. And some of our engineering programs, like computer, industrial engineering and mechatronics engineering, are accredited by ABET, American Accreditation, American Board of Accreditation Engineering Technologies, Accreditation Board of Engineering Technologies, actually. But it's originated in United States. And also, Aeronautical Engineering Department is newly opened, and it is at the first year now, and it is also in the process of getting that accreditation. And because it is in the same education system, it has similar curriculum and courses, and we strongly hope that it will also be accredited by
Actually, Hocam, we can open a little more what is accreditation to our audiences, because maybe some of our prospective students, they will don't know what does accreditation means. So I think it is for especially international students, we have to emphasize how important is accreditation.
It's very important actually, because the university is a university may be well known in that country, but it may not be known by international firms or other establishments or people. But the accreditation is a kind of a reference, is a kind of
endorsement by other communities.
Endorsement, yes, and it is very important.
Yeah, because our especially our international students, when they are applying to our university or getting information about the university, the first question is that after getting my diploma, will it be acceptable in other countries?
Of course, of course.
So
yes.
we can tell them that İstanbul Gelişim University right now has the highest number of international accredited programs in Turkey. And also when they get their diploma will be acceptable in European countries and in USA or other countries as well.
Exactly. Just to buttress more to our dearly prospective student, and hopefully we expect to see them. The faculty strength is very solid, both like Hiba Hoja explained to us, both the domiciled professors, the local professors, the national professors, and the international professors. We have a wide spectrum of high caliber professors which are very experienced in their field. Like I usually say, when I see a pilot or an aviation personnel, I feel so attracted because I was given birth in the aviation. My dad is an aviation man. So when I heard Hojam talking about all of the aeronautics engineering, I remember being a small child, always I'm following my dad to the cockpits and I'm seeing how they play with the engines. They are very massive turbines, engines, and I'm wondering, oh my God. So having a professor with or faculty members with industry experience and academic experience, it's an awesome blend.
That's very important.
It's an awesome blend, and having faculty members with vast, like Hiba Hoja, with experience from England and all of that, I think our prospective student cannot ask for more. So I'm going to push further by asking Prof. Osman, that can you give more in-depth about what is the package in your department, in aviation? What is the curriculum like? What is the program like in aviation? The degree, the associate degree, in that order?
Yes. Let's start with aeronautical engineering. And in aeronautical engineering, actually we have 4 different disciplines. We can say 4 sub-branches. And the first one is aerodynamics, fluid mechanics, aerodynamics, etc. And the second one is propulsion. At first, starting from thermodynamics and heat transfer, and then propulsion systems. And the third one is aircraft design, and then the fourth one is structural analysis or any aircraft or aerial vehicles. The curriculum is designed based on those disciplines, and at first, of course, there are basic sciences, mathematics and physics, and then the engineering courses. And in aviation management, the name of the department is actually summarizes the curriculum. There is aviation part and the management part. In aviation part, for example, airport management, airport facilities, and aviation security, aviation safety, and logistics, dangerous goods and regulations like this. And then in management part, we have accounting and management and human resources, for example. In aircraft maintenance department, usually it's similar to aeronautical engineering, but it is the theoretical courses is at basic level. It is that department emphasizes on practical training, and we have workshops and for example aircraft engine workshop, aircraft electrical systems, aircraft structural workshop, and in those workshops our instructors teach practical education, practical courses, and we call them tasks in aviation. Actually, there are lots of tasks determined by the authority, aviation authority, and all tasks are covered by those practical courses.
Sorry to interject, Prof. So it means we have all of this package in Gelişim. Just to clarify, I think we had a professor in the previous session. Do we have a simulation, how do I say, a simulation room where we learn, the student learn how to fly? Do we have such facility in Gelişim?
Simulation actually not for flying right now, okay, but it is coming, I hope. Because we don't have a pilot program right now, pilotage program, but now a preparation is going on for establishing a pilot program.
But we have a maquette in our university, right? There is engine,
we have
and also
cabin maquette for cabin crew education, and also we have computer, in the computer, some engineering simulations, we can say. We can perform engineering calculations in simulated
the system part
domain, yes, in computer. But I think in the near future we are going to have a flight simulator. And also we will have a pilot program.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay. I'm going to ask Professor Hiba, what's the structure like in sociology for Gelişim, in the context of Gelişim?
Sociology department, basically, it caters, the English part of it, caters to the needs of all other departments. So every students from all departments pass by, if they're taking the English program of their departments, pass by our courses. Sociology as a field, as a department, it's related to building the human as a human. So that's why all students need to pass by our department. What do I mean by pass by? They take courses that increase or that enhance their skills, whether it is social awareness, being a global citizen, using critical thinking through, for example, introduction to philosophy, and also scientific research methods in order to do their research. So students from all different departments join us in these courses, in the English courses of the sociology department, to get the skills that they need, not only as a student, but as a human being who's able to think critically, be socially aware. And I believe that's one important message or mission for İstanbul Gelişim University, which is to locate the problems of the society and try to solve it. So that's what we try through our courses to do. And it's a 4-year, usually it's a 4-year program. So if you decide to take it as your major, and basically it involves all branches of sociology overall, and once you finish, it's up to you what you decide to do, whether academically or work in the field on a more practical basis.
Thank you, Hocam. I will continue again with the same question, but it's somehow we will go into through your department in a specific part. As you know, there are many departments in our university, especially for bachelor programs. We have more than 60 bachelor degree programs, and also we have associate degree programs, master and PhD programs. So, and we already stated that our programs are, 60 of our programs are accredited internationally.
Sure.
So as a prospective student, why should I choose especially sociology, not any other department but sociology? If you could bring your department in front to our prospective students so they could choose your department, Hocam.
Why sociology? Well, I mean, sociology and specifically the courses that we give, whether it's philosophy or scientific research methods, make you as a person aware of your society, to the problems within your society, and makes you want to look for the solutions and try to find solutions for these problems. So specifically sociology, because in our department we have staff, national and international, that are very well based academically, education-wise, and also through their publications and through their different contributions to social work. So our faculty include professors, include assistant professors also, who have worked in sociology, have had the experience to be able to give and share with our students. So that's basically, as a basic point of the sociology department overall. And included, that is the idea that all university professors, or all students, whether they are taking the English programs, whether it is in aviation or in gastronomy or any other department, they usually take our courses because these are basically essential courses for all students. Yes, for each department. And plus our of course is the department itself, and the curriculum is accredited. So you will be a qualified sociologist, a qualified social worker who is able to locate and be able to find, even if you transfer to European countries, your degree will be recognized. You will find opportunities in terms of work, whether it is the United Nations or even locally the National Planning Organization. So options are there. As a sociologist, you are, it's a very versatile discipline. It's a versatile discipline. It allows you to go into places that otherwise more specialized courses or departments would not allow you. So that's what I would say.
Thank you so much.
Thank
so,
you.
Professor Osman, you already explained it, aviation management, aeronautical engineering, and even the maintenance part of the department. So, as a prospective student, as I already stated that there are many other departments, why should a student choose in İstanbul Gelişim University? Why should a student choose your department, not other departments?
Yeah. At first, we are emphasizing on practical and project-based education, and as I mentioned before, we have some workshops, laboratories in for our aviation branches, aviation departments. It's actually shown on the background movie. We have aircraft engine, 2 aircraft engine laboratory workshops. Actually, it is the students can do some tasks, some works in that classrooms or laboratories, and we have aircraft electrical system laboratory or workshop, and we have aircraft systems, for example, landing system, flap system, etc. And also we have a cabin mock-up, and then we have also recently, this is new development, we have an airplane, 2-engine airplane, 6-seated, the Cessna 340A aircraft. It's not flyable, it's for education purposes.
So it's located in campus, right?
In campus, we have a hangar. They created a hangar for that airplane. It's now prepared right now for next year, next educational year, and also it's very good advantage for our students, and they are going to have a chance to work on a real aircraft and touch a real aircraft. It is very important. Actually, in the time that I was a student, we don't have that chance.
You mean beside the theoretical part, they will do the applied part as well, right?
Yes, it's application, and in aeronautical engineering also we emphasize on projects, and we, for example, last year we created 11 different teams of our students, and those teams worked on different projects, and 6 of them applied to Technofest. We have a competition about technology, many different in many different areas. It is very famous, Technofest, and they applied, 6 teams applied to Technofest, and 2 of them passed the first stage. But I would like to emphasize that they are at the first year. The first year is very important.
And also Technofest is one of the most, strong competition in Turkey, right?
And the important thing is the motivation of our students. Not getting a success is not important. It's, or having first place, second place in a competition.
Giving confidence.
Yes, it's the important part is the motivation. If it actually gives motivation to our students, and especially about motivation, we are very pleased with our students, and they are doing many projects, applying competitions, taking some courses, extra courses. In even sometimes they are sending messages to me. What will we do next year? We should prepare, for example.
So that's very good thing because I mean in the last 10 weeks we are doing the online session. Mostly all of our professors are telling that beside the course time they are in a negotiation with the students in other hours as well. That's very good and it is the difference of İstanbul Gelişim University.
Exactly. It's a very rich experience. I listened to Prof and both professors. It means I wanted to be a pilot from the word go because I lived all my life in the aviation quarters. So it means if I had the opportunity, taking the İstanbul Gelişim aviation program, it's like attending a flight school for free. Maybe I will spend less time to get my F1 F1 rank on me actually. So if I'm a student, a prospective student, I will choose wisely, and choosing wisely means İstanbul Gelişim University, irrespective of the all the options available. This is my submission, not because I'm a faculty member here, but because this is the best choice to make. Dear professors, we saw several ups and downs in the world. In the 1930s, we had the Great Depression. More recently, we had the global crisis, 2008-2009. Just like yesterday, we got the global pandemic. We never saw that coming. And I think I've not seen you, Hojam, in the last maybe 4 months. We are just seeing in the last 3-4 months. You know, it changed our lives. It changed the way we operate. It changed the way we do things as academicians, and even our personal life, our relationship. I'm just going to ask us, how does this affect your learning experience with the student, teaching ability, teaching process, or teaching methodology, if you want me to say it like that? I'm going to start with Hiba Oja. How does this translate? How does this play out? Were you able to go on with your personal research? Were you teaching of the student? How was the experience like?
The experience was, I could say, a learning experience for all of us as students and as professors. But the switch was very fast. At first we were face to face, but within 1 week, with the help of course, the IT department and the distance education department, they were really very efficient, and the training was very helpful for us as professors to do the switch from face to face to online education. Within a week, we were able to establish contact with students, to start our courses online through recorded videos, and then we were able to do the online exams, midterms and finals very easily and efficiently. Students were always with us in case they had any questions, because of course you can imagine the confusion at the beginning of the COVID-19 outbreak. So everyone had lots of questions, and students were always in contact with us as professors, and we were able to guide them through the process. So the training was very efficient, and basically students had this opportunity and felt more secure taking these courses, because even those who had to leave Turkey and go back home to stay with their parents were able to access these online courses and continue their education, not lose their time or the opportunity to continue this academic year. So in all measures, this online platform LMS, with the training provided by the distance education department, was really very helpful for us as professors and for the students to continue their education. So of course at the beginning it was a bit confusing, but then we did this transfer comparatively fast. We did it fast with secure ground. We felt secure all through the process. And I have to thank the administration, who was always there to provide us with guidance and to answer all our questions that we had as professors during that time. So all of that was a very smooth transfer. So yes, it was very efficient.
We proceed. I'm going to take Professor Osman's perspective. Hojam, how was the experience in the break? I'm going to share mine quickly before you say something. When we had the pandemic, I was just joking with my friend, like, oh my God, we're just going to chill and take free salary. It's a holiday time. We're just playing around, and we got the message from Professor Nuri. You know, when you get his email, you know, it's the email to work. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
Started.
So, and we saw the big transition. So it was like a shock, but it ended in a very good platform, and it's a big one for me. It was a learning experience. Hojam, how was it for you? How was the experience, and how is it now?
Yes, actually, in the last the previous semester, it is a kind of actually we didn't have much time to convert to all the education online, but as the professor said, the IT department actually did great job, and in a very short time we began to give our courses, our lectures online, and also live environment, in a live environment, and the students can ask questions and we can answer them. And also besides those distant system, we also perform some meetings with our students about projects, for example, online meetings, and they showed what they do on, for example, by using a software, computer software. They make some calculations and showed us, and we can discuss about their results as. And it was very efficient, but of course the face-to-face education is maybe better. Especially about it depends on topics. In some topics maybe same, but in some topics it is difficult, more difficult.
Maybe you are getting right now questions from your students. Even they are preferring online rather than face to face, because they are asking from us as well.
Yes.
If it would be online, it would be better.
But
it's more convenient.
Like that,
yes, it is improving. Yeah, I think in next year it will be much better. It is improving. They are improving the system, and especially on exam system, we should change some things. But it is actually converting our life.
In the first time we control it as a İstanbul Gelişim University, we control it in a very good way, I think,
yes,
right?
It is,
exactly.
because
it was meant to be a disaster, but I usually make this picture, paint this picture. İstanbul Gelişim was like the eagle bed. When there is a storm, the pilot or the aviation professor understands better. The eagle tried to leverage on the wind, on the storm, to soar very high. So with all of this expectation, you expect most universities were closed down. Most universities could not understand how do we make progress. But within a week, I was making joke, and my joke got busted. So within a week, we switched, we learned. It was an interesting learning experience. We had lessons as professors. We had demo sections with the IT guys, demo videos to help us understand, and we started teaching. And actually, as a matter of fact, most students actually prefer, because they learn at the comfort of their home. And actually, I believe, even as a young faculty member, that learning is gone beyond the four walls of the classroom. You know, in as much as there is information change, that's the most important thing. And as a matter of fact, the university has some specialized program strictly on the distance learning platform. Like the MBA in the university is being run on the e-learning, and it's been successful all the way, without lose of quality of learning or actually education. We're going to move further now quickly for the want of time. Professor Hiba had the opportunity to be an aviation guru, and at the same time be a sociologist. Are there provisions like this in the university?
Of course.
Okay.
Students are, of course, welcome after their first, I think, academic year. If they wish, they can take a double major or a major and a minor. So they have this flexibility, but of course their grades have to measure up, meaning I think it should be 2.72 in terms of GPA. So their GPA should be 272. And then they can choose to do the double major. In this case, they will get a diploma, a second diploma. And if they measure up and they are from the top students, they believe it will be for free. So IGO offers this as an opportunity for students to invest in themselves and grow as academics or as individuals. So yes, to answer your question again, yes, so it is possible to have aviation and to have sociology at the same time if the student so wishes, if they want to build both aspects of themselves as a human beings and as researchers or academics or in their practical work. If they don't wish to have a double major, they might have a major and a minor. So they might choose, like, for example, the major in aviation and take a minor in sociology. In this case, they will get a certificate, and because the programs are all accredited, so they will have a certificate and a diploma that will be recognized by any other university or in the workplace itself. So it's about
more chances in the future.
Exactly. It opens opportunities for them, specifically now with the field of interdisciplinarity and multidisciplinarity. So you want to have this type of experience that opens you up to different disciplines so that you will learn to look at it from a different or a wider angle. So all of that will give the student flexibility in the workplace later on. They will be attractive in the labor market. Employers will appreciate their abilities and their skills that they will get from different disciplines. So definitely it's up to the student at the end how much they put into it, how much they get out of it. So that's where the students need to invest. It's how much they invest, that's how much they will learn.
Prof. Osman, is there any objection to this? Is it possible to be an aeronautical engineer and at the same time be probably a cabin crew member? Is this visible or not in your program, in your curriculum?
Maybe pilot and aeronautical engineering.
Okay.
That's better.
Okay.
But it's also possible, of course. I know some pilots actually they are aeronautical engineers and then they become pilots. And it's possible, of course. And in aviation management also. Actually right now we are accepting the applications for the double major, and our students they are very eager to have double diploma, and applications are good, and we are inspecting those applications. And usually in the aeronautical engineering department, they are applying to computer engineering and electronics engineering department.
So do they have to pay anything to get a minor or double major?
As far as we know, that if their GPA is 2.72 out of 4, and they are among the top students, they will not be paying anything. So it's an option for them to be
free of charge.
For free, yes, it is free.
Yes,
so,
I mean if the students are somehow paying a fee to the university for only by paying to one department, in 5 years they will get two diplomas.
Yes. So it's
that's great. That's great opportunity.
There's no extra charge, extra payment.
That's great opportunity for our students. I will continue my question with Professor Hiba. Hocam, as you know, students are coming to our university from other countries as well, and right now we have international students from 87 different countries, and also we have Turkish students. So in case, as a prospective student, if I choose İstanbul Gelişim University for my future academic path or let's say education, do I have a right to go and study abroad?
Of course, this is another opportunity that GELISIM offers students to invest in their future and build their future. So through Erasmus and Erasmus Plus program, there's an office specifically for that at İstanbul GELISIM that will provide them with opportunities to train them and to tell them how and to establish contact with universities. So the European Union will be covering their education. They can go abroad for 1 semester or up to a year, and or they can have the Erasmus Plus program where they are trained. So if they need more practical training in a particular field in the European Union and abroad, so they can go there and the scholarship will be covered. The university also offers them the living expenses according to different countries, of course, and different needs. And there are also international collaboration between bilateral agreements between the university and more than 100 universities around the world. So even they can in USA and Canada and Europe, in England. So they have this option to gain knowledge, international knowledge and culture, of course. And of course that will be great for their CV and for when they apply for jobs. So it is a whole rounded experience for them, whether it is the Erasmus or the double major. So they have different options. So that's the one.
Thank you so much, distinguished Prof. We ran out of time. We enjoyed your company so much that this time looks to be running extremely fast. In less than a minute, can you answer the $1 million question? This is my $1 million question to you. Professor Osman, if I decide to take up a career in aviation management, aeronautical engineering, is this the future? Do I have a future? In just half a minute, do I have a, can you give the hopeful student, the prospective student, this guarantee? Do that student have a future?
Aviation actually is developing in very fast. If you look at a very large perspective, for example, in 20 years, in the last 20 years, the people traveled through airlines. Actually, the number of people is tripled actually in 20 years. And then also we, for example, in Turkey, the budget of airlines or aviation, we can say, the yearly budget in aviation, it is actually 11 times higher right now in comparison to the 20 years ago, and it is it has been very rapidly developing the aviation industry. And also in Turkey, for example, we have aircraft production facilities newly opened and newly enlarged facilities, and new projects. We have new projects, and also it's developing fast. And I think
thank you so much. Thank you so much,
yeah,
Prof, for the insight.
okay.
It means aviation is the future. We are all going to travel, so we're going to need the services of aviation specialists, those in the discipline. In probably half a minute, Prof, can you just tell us, sociology, is it the next revolution? Is it the next career we should all switch to?
Of course, I would say of course, because the options are millions. So you can work in any department, in the human resources department of any company. you can work in the UNESCO, UNDP, as a social scientist or as a sociologist. You'll be able to conduct research, and this is what is needed now. You need to do research, and this is where you learn through sociology to do your research, and any company will definitely be fortunate to have you as a sociologist amongst its staff. So yes, definitely.
Thank you so much, Prof. We're going to close the curtain here today. Dear viewers, potential student, we can continue the conversation online. We didn't stop. Officially, we're going to close here, but the conversation can go online through our WhatsApp group contact. And if you're close around Istanbul, you can come around. If you are around the city, you can visit our Avcılar campus. We have faculty members and supporting staff. We'll warmly receive you, and we'll keep on the conversation and take the next milestone together with you as a family. It's been a wonderful experience with Umutcan in the last 10 weeks. Quite challenging, but alhamdulillah, we managed, and with the help of our faculty members, we all invited, and they honor our invite. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And we're going to end today with the cliche in Turkish that says Gelişime
Gelişim
açık olun.